My fiance's daughter spent years testing me to prove I was worthy of their family. Now she's the one who has to beg for my help. When I started dating Paul, he was upfront about having a 16-year-old daughter named Ashley, who was protective of him after her mom left. I understood and took things slow, letting Ashley set the pace for our relationship. For the first year, everything seemed fine. Ashley was polite if distant, and I respected her boundaries. When Paul proposed after 2 years, Ashley said she was happy for us, but needed to make sure I was worthy of being her stepmother. I thought she meant she wanted to spend more time together, get to know me better. I didn't realize she meant actual tests with scores and consequences. The first test happened the week after our engagement. Ashley handed me a 20-page questionnaire about Paul's life, his favorite foods, his allergies, his work history, his college friends' names, his shoe size, his mother's maiden name, everything. She said a real wife should know these things and gave me 1 hour to complete it. I got 70% and Ashley said that was barely passing. She posted a chart on the refrigerator tracking my score. Paul thought it was funny that Ashley was being so thorough. The second test was cooking. Ashley said her dad deserved someone who could make his favorite meals perfectly. She had me cook dinner every night for a month and rated each meal out of 10. If I scored below 7, she'd throw the food away and order pizza, telling Paul I'd failed again. She'd sit at the table with a notebook writing detailed criticism while I served everyone. Paul said she was helping me improve. The test got more extreme. She'd call me at work with emergencies to see how fast I'd drop everything for family. She'd leave messes around the house, then time how long it took me to notice and clean them. She'd tell me fake stories about Paul's past to see if I'd believe them or knew him well enough to spot lies. She had a spreadsheet tracking every test with color-coded results. When I complained to Paul, he said Ashley was working through her abandonment issues, and testing meant she cared. The worst was the loyalty test. Ashley's friend Maya pretended to be a coworker and messaged me saying Paul had been flirting with her at a work event. It was elaborate, with photoshopped pictures and fake text conversations. Ashley wanted to see if I'd trust Paul or believe the evidence. When I confronted Paul, confused and hurt, Ashley jumped out recording everything and said I'd failed the trust test. She played the recording for Paul's family at Sunday dinner, saying I didn't have faith in him. Paul's mother asked Ashley what was wrong with her, and Ashley said she was protecting her father from another woman who'd leave. For my birthday, Ashley gave me a binder labeled Improvement Plan, with all my test failures highlighted and goals for getting better scores. She'd included study materials about Paul's life and practice scenarios for future tests. Paul thought it was thoughtful that she put so much work into helping me. I was exhausted and humiliated, but Paul kept saying Ashley would warm up once I proved myself. The breaking point was Ashley's college interview season. She was applying to competitive schools and needed recommendation letters and interview prep. She demanded I help since a good stepmother would support her education. I agreed, thinking maybe this would help us bond. I spent weeks coaching her for interviews, editing her essays, driving her to campus visits. Then Ashley announced her final test. I had to get her into her dream school, Whitfield College, or I'd proven I wasn't worthy of joining the family. She said a real mother would do anything to help her child succeed. If she got rejected, the wedding was off. Paul didn't contradict her. The Whitfield interview was scheduled for December 10th. Ashley had me drive her 3 hours there, wait outside for 2 hours, then drive back. She came out smiling, saying it went perfectly, but something felt off about her confidence. That night, I couldn't sleep thinking about it. I called Whitfield the next morning, pretending to confirm Ashley's interview time for scheduling purposes. The admissions office said Ashley never showed up for her interview on December 10th. They'd tried calling, but she didn't answer. They'd marked her as a no-show and removed her from consideration. I checked our car's GPS history. We'd driven to Whitfield, but Ashley had me drop her at the coffee shop down the street, not the admissions building. She'd sat there for 2 hours instead of interviewing, planning to blame me when she got rejected for missing it. I didn't tell anyone what I discovered. Instead, I called Whitfield back from Ashley's phone that I borrowed while she was at school. I apologized profusely for missing the interview, explaining there'd been a family emergency. I begged for another chance. The admissions officer was hesitant, but agreed to a video interview that Friday. I coached Ashley harder than ever that week, making sure she was perfect. She didn't know about the rescheduled interview. Friday came and went. Monday morning, Ashley announced at breakfast that Whitfield would be sending decisions soon, and reminded everyone that my worthiness depended on her acceptance. Paul nodded seriously. 2 weeks later, the email came while we were all at dinner. Ashley opened it dramatically, ready to blame me for her rejection. Her face went white. Full story on channel, link below.